Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
And we are connected with Mr., and I do mean Mr. Mr. Drew. How's things going, Drew Gaffney? How's things in the cattle business?
Things are real good. I was wondering, that last song you guys just played, did that remind you a lot of your dating life in high school, Dave? Your wildest
dreams? Yes, pretty much.
Yeah, there was a lot of that, Drew. A lot of, yeah. Anyway, let's move along here. You know what? I just was thinking about how much more comfortable the cattle out there are right now than they were a week or so ago, and the guys working with them and the gals working with them too, right?
That's exactly right. And I can tell you what, I was at a bull sale yesterday, and we had a feeder sale in Brokenville yesterday, and people's attitudes sure have gotten a lot better in the last couple of days.
I bet. Well, what's going on at the Burwell and Broken Bow Livestock Barns? Tell us about it.
Yes, we had 3 big days here in a row. We had Thursday a web sale on Thursday, had a bred cow sale on Friday, and had a calf sale yesterday, Monday, and I'll give you a recap on all 3 of those sales. Thursday looked at right at about 750 of those weigh-ups, and the market broke down. We had high end of those weigh-ups was $1.03 to $1.18. Medium frame type cows was 90 cents to $2.75. Poor and thinner cows was 87, 89, 75. Didn't have a test on those heiferettes. And then on the bulls, we were $1.04 to $1.35. And dang sure called that market 5 to 10 higher on those weigh-up cows on Thursday. Friday, got into a big bred cow and heifer sale. Looked at about 2,500 head of those in Burwell on Friday. Kind of tell you how we got along there. In those younger cows, those second calvers, we were anywhere from $3,400 up to $3,500 per head. In those third calvers, we were right at about $33,375 per head, and those fourth calvers were running right around that $2,950 per head. The solid mouth cows, we were looking at anywhere from $2,700 up to $2,900 per head on those, and then on the broken mouth cows, we were anywhere from $1,650 up to $1,700 per head. The bred heifer division, bred heifers had a pretty good demand on the bred heifers, but we today sure saw that market soften up on those bred heifers. And we saw three-eyed heifers, bred heifers bringing anywhere from $25.50 up to $2,700. And we had a lot of bull breds in there bringing anywhere from $23.25 up to $2,700 on the bull breds. That's how we operated on Friday. Yesterday, back in Broken Bow, had a really nice run of those feeder calves. Had a lot of nice light green, back to grass type steers and heifers. Tell you how we got along there. In the steer division, we had some black steers weighed 402 at 364. Had some black steers that weighed 472 at 352 and a quarter. Had some black steers that weighed 523 at 321.50. Had some black steers that were fresh off the cow at 512 at 306 and a quarter. Had some black calves that were fresh off the cow at 692 at 250. Had some black steers at 650 at 272. And had some 625-pound steers at 257 and a dime. And had some black white-faced steers that weighed 890 at 220. And had some really nice black green steers at 547, bring 313. In the heifer division, we had some Hereford replacement heifers weighed 473 at 281 1/4. Had some black heifers weighed 465 at 294. Had some black heifers weighed 500 at 273. Had some black heifers that weighed 620 at 249. And had some black heifers weighed 640 at 293 1/2. And had a package of black heifers weighed 682 at 233.50. This week, going to have 2 more big days this week. On Thursday in Broken Bow, got a special layup sale along with spread cows and bred heifers coming in on Thursday. And then on Friday, over in Pearl, we're looking at 4,500 head of cougar calves and yearlings on that sale. If you got any questions, give me a call, 308-872-1105. Be happy to come out and take a look at the stock and kind of give your idea on what we can do for you market-wise. Once again, give me a call, 308-872-1105, or give the barn a call, 308-872-3334.
All right, Drew, thanks a lot. Appreciate the report, and good luck the rest of the week. Enjoy the weather.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. 7:36 is your time. Brent Apperson, Dave Burney with you here on this Tuesday. And yesterday, as we mentioned, a lot of basketball games taking place around the area, and on KCNI, KBBN, some good coverage, both with video streaming and radio last night. Going to do that again tonight, I think.
Yeah, tonight will be, the focus will be the girls. The MNAC girls quarterfinals will take place tonight, so we're going to be in one of the 2 locations. We're going to be in Dunning for you tonight, where we'll have Twin Loop against Anselmo Myrna in the 4-5 matchup, tipping off at 5:30 tonight. And then that'll be followed by Sandhills Thetford against Sandhills Valley. Those games will be broadcast on KBBN 95.3 FM, KBBN.com, and we'll also do the live video stream from there as well, so you can watch the games on SandhillsExpress.com. There will also be other MNAC games taking place in Brady tonight, and those will include Mullen against Arthur County, followed by Brady, the 2 seed, taking on South Loop. Now, we won't have coverage of those games because we'll be in Broken Bow tonight, where the Broken Bow girls basketball team is beginning their play in the Southwest Conference Tournament in the girls' quarterfinals. Broken Bow entering the tournament as the number 3 seed, and they will host Holdridge tonight at the Indian Gym, tipping off at 6 o'clock. So we'll have coverage of the Broken Bow girls in their conference tournament tonight on KCNI 96.3 FM and KCNI1280.com.
And then Wednesday's an off day. Everybody kind of gets a little rest, and then tear into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with
there you go.
Games, and all of the kids out there giving it their best, and we wish them, success, whether it's in a W or just having a good game, good competition. There was some of that last night.
Oh, man.
Some really good contests.
I know the game Larry and I did between Anselmo Myrna and Twin Loop. What a thrill. The final 30 seconds of that game was just absolutely outstanding. And that's why we do these quarterfinal games.
That's right.
Year in and year out, some of the best games of the tournament end up in the quarterfinal round. So that's why we broadcast them, and we should have some good ones again tonight.
Well, today is the second round of the playoffs for Political Geeks. There's a playoff round in politics?
Well,
kind of. The New Hampshire primaries are being held
I got
today.
You. All right.
And that's when the voters get out. Now, this is not a caucus system. This is a regular get out and vote, so it'll be interesting how. There's only 2 left right now. They've all dropped out. So you've got a 2-person race in the Republican nomination process. It's also National Handwriting Day. And I think it's interesting that some schools in the country are reintroducing handwriting as part of the curriculum.
That's good.
I believe so, too. I'm with you 100% on that. California was one of the first schools that started making cursive part of the mandatory curriculum in elementary schools there, and now some others are following that move. And I just think it's something about writing that connects with the brain that is important. So I'm glad they're doing that. And also just day to day, I know you have the computers and so forth, but it's still nice to jot down notes and write. A lot of people still
have someone else be able to read them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. And It's just a good thing. So hopefully we'll see more of that.
Yeah.
And let's see, birthdays real quick today. Oh, a couple more things. The National Baseball Hall of Fame is having their announcements of their Hall of Famers for this year.
Oh.
They'll be doing that later on. Candidates, Carlos Beltran, Alex Rodriguez, Gary Sheffield, and there's, I guess that's those three. That's pretty good.
I'm sorry, I'm confused now. They're among the three that...
Well, there's 26 candidates. These are the three they mentioned.
Okay, those are the three.
Beltran,
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Well, again, I mean, you said Alex Rodriguez. You know, those guys that if you just look at numbers, they should be in already. But there's things that are behind the scenes. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some of it you and I would probably have debates on.
Yeah, but so yes, it'll just be interesting to see how all of that plays out in the end and who gets in over the years and who does not.
Well, those three were on the ballot last time around, didn't get enough votes, so we'll see what happens. Also, the Oscar nominations will be announced today.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so, sit on the edge of your seat for that one, along with the Baseball Hall of Fame class of 2004 announcements. Birthdays, Robin Zander is 71 today, inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2016, the guitarist for the classic rock band Cheap Trick. Nora O'Donnell is 50. She, of course, is the anchor for CBS Evening News, does a great job. And Richard Dean Anderson.
MacGyver.
I knew you'd know that.
That's right,
I just knew you'd know it. He's 74 today.
Wow, really?
Yeah, 74.
I don't think I would have guessed that old.
And he's also he was in Stargate and other things that he's acted in, but his probably most famous role will be MacGyver.
He'll always be MacGyver, man.
Yeah.
Nobody could do more with a Swiss Army knife than MacGyver.
And duct tape. Don't forget the duct tape.
That's right, duct tape.
A lot of us can relate to duct tape.
And bleach.
Yeah.
He worked bleach in.
He got bleach in there.
Quite a bit.
He could do wonderful things with a pocket knife. Let's take a look at the school lunch menus today. We'll begin with the Prairie Pioneer Center menu. And again, if you want to enjoy the meal, call them by 9 o'clock this morning at 872-6121. Today, on this 23rd day, it's chicken and noodles over mashed potatoes, green beans, and fruit and bread.
All right, school lunch menus. Excuse me. Arnold Tacos today. Tacos at Arnold.
Callaway, it's popcorn chicken bowls.
Loop City today showing chili or chicken noodle soup and cinnamon rolls at Loop City.
Ansley, goulash, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Broken Bow Middle and High School. By the way, we did receive an email saying that Broken Bow would be having a late start today because some of the fog and slick roads in the area. So take note of that. The menu today for Broken Bow Middle and High School: made fresh chicken ranch pasta with dinner roll, pancakes and sausage, fresh baked Italian turkey sub, and the grill station combo today is a hot dog basket at Broken Bow.
Sargent, featuring chicken noodles over mashed potatoes, fruit cup, apple pie, dinner roll, and milk.
Thetford Public Schools today: lasagna rolls, cauliflower, garlic toast, veggie fruit bar, and milk at Thetford.
Popcorn chicken bowls, very popular today, also going to be served at Litchfield Schools today.
All right, the last one I have is Gothenburg, where it shows today made fresh macaroni and cheese with breadstick, hot dog, fresh baked combo sub, made fresh sausage pizza. Some of the choices at Gothenburg today.
Anselmo Myrna, fresh made macaroni and cheese with breadstick, hot dog, fresh baked ham and cheese subs. That's your school lunch menus for this Tuesday, the 23rd day of January 2024. Going to play the game. This is Tumbleweed Day today, so if you answer correctly, you will win yourself a delicious treat from the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow. They're, of course, really pushing their new drive-through and the baked goods and all the things they have, casseroles and all the things you can pick up there on the go. So here's your question and a chance to win that Tumbleweed certificate.
I have never been more excited for a group of questions. over the many years that I have helped you
Really?
with the game.
Wow.
Are you ready for the topic?
Yeah.
The Dukes of Hazzard. Am I eligible? I know all these.
I know you know them, but no, you're not.
All right. 45 years ago,
Oh, my goodness.
Dukes of Hazzard premiered on January 26, 1979. So we're going to test your knowledge of Hazzard County. Here we go. Now, this is easy. What number appears on the side of the General Lee? What number appears on the side of the General Lee? Is it 10, 42, 76, or 01? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
The Breakfast Show
Don't know what I do without them. They're awesome.
on KCNI KBBN.
At the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow, Carmen and the staff know that they had a blessed 2023 because of you, their wonderful customers. Change can be hard, but it can be fun as well. In the new year, swing by the Tumbleweed Cafe for express breakfast and lunch options, like delicious breakfast sandwiches, burritos, and cinnamon rolls in the drive-thru 6 a.m. to 11 a.m., Monday to Friday, and express lunch from 11 to 2. Don't forget take and bake casseroles, too. Happy New Year from the Tumbleweed Cafe, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
And we have Lois on the line. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing well, Lois. You like the weather better than past days?
Oh, yes, very much so.
We do too. Here's Brent. He's excited about the category. He knows every one of them. Evidently, you do too. Let's find out.
All right, Lois. What number appears on the side of the General Lee in the Dukes of Hazzard television show? Was it 10, 42, 76, or 01?
01.
Of course it was. And because you have correctly answered the question, we got for you a certificate that'll get you a free take and bake small casserole from the Tumbleweed Cafe. So come on out and see us when you can.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and you guys have a great day.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Thanks for calling.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. 7:47 is your time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We appreciate that each and every day. Here's Mark.
or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
Outdoor activities are a blast, but right now is definitely not the time for that. We need to entertain ourselves inside in the warmth. Puzzles are a great project idea. Varney Health Mart has jigsaw puzzles from animal and floral shapes to more traditional. If you're so proud of your work when you're done and don't want to destroy it, they even have a puzzle preserver. Of course, throughout the season, remember them for cold and flu products and vitamins. Varney Health Mart, Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
You're waking up with The Breakfast Show. KCNI KBBN Radio.
I love it.
It is time for Arrow Seed in Broken Bow, and Logan Gerardin is here from Arrow Seed. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
A little slick out there?
A little bit, yeah.
Give us an update. You said there were some vehicles.
Yeah, there's a couple cars off in the ditch on Highway 70 coming in this morning. So
okay. 10 o'clock start for Broken Bow schools this morning due to that.
Which is, it's probably a good good choice.
Yeah. Yeah, be careful walking and driving this morning till that kind of melts down a little bit.
Yeah, it's just slick.
Yeah. Well, we kind of got warm weather and it quit snowing, so you got to have something this winter to kind of bug you, right?
Yeah.
So it's slick conditions this morning.
Yes, very much so.
Do you have anything at Arrow Seed that maybe people could sprinkle out on their sidewalks or something that might break up some of that ice?
I don't know why you'd want to plant seed on a sidewalk.
Well, you can get a head start. You never know. With the way the wind blows, it'll blow it off the sidewalk into the other areas.
There are some seeds that they scarify or stratify, and that's freeze and thaw. So, you might be onto something.
There you go.
But we do have ice melt.
All right. And you have the pet friendly as well?
It's not technically pet friendly, but it
works for pets?
Yeah, it'll be just fine.
Okay. All right.
So,
and you recommend, I like your recommendation.
Well, thank you. What did I recommend?
You have a container, but buy it in bulk and just use the container. Because you sell pretty good, 50-pound or
50-pound bags.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you buy a shaker that's full, I think those are 12 pounds, and then a 50-pound bag, and then you can just refill the shaker. We've at the store we use a fertilizer spreader, and it actually works really well. The downside is just like vehicles, it can get rusty, it can corrode. So the little shaker jugs are pretty handy, though.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different than just a coffee can that you go to shake out a coffee can and it all ends up in a 1-by-1 area.
Yeah, it's a little harder to spread out.
Yeah.
So that's a great idea, and it makes it pretty economical. So if you're needing some ice melt, Arrow Seed's got it, and you can get it today, right?
Yeah, just slide on in and we can get you.
Yeah,
there you go.
We can get you covered.
All right. So hopefully on the 31st of this month, you'll have a nice day on a Wednesday for people to come to your event that you're having out at the One Box.
Yeah, so we're having our soil health conference. I don't know how many years in a row this one is, but it's been quite a few.
It has been.
So we're looking forward to that. Gonna have a good panel, some good speakers. The thing we need is, if you're interested in coming, you need to register by Thursday, by the 26th, I believe, or 25th.
I think you said the 25th.
25th.
Yeah.
Yep. Need your registration by the 25th, so that way you can have a seat at the table, so to speak, and food as well.
Okay. Now, if somebody out there could only make part of the event, they could still probably come in and if you weren't going to be available during that lunchtime.
Yeah, and I know there are some scheduling conflicts, and there always is, and there always will be.
Yep.
But I would encourage you to make it for what you can.
And talk a little bit about what the opportunities are to hear about there.
So we're going to have have a good lineup of speakers. There's a gentleman coming from Iowa, and he's going to talk about, kind of how cover crops, how he's integrated it into his system, into his cropping system, into his ranching operation, that type of stuff, and some of the benefits that he's seen. But we're also going to have a panel of local producers that are going to talk about cover cropping and forages and ranching. I mean, just all around benefits to the system, basically.
Okay. All right.
So
it's always informative. I think you always have a pretty darn good turnout for it because it's worth the time. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. In this time of year, calving hasn't really kicked off. It's right around the corner, though.
It is, and some guys are just getting started.
Yep. Yeah. And you'll know when calving's in full force when the weather gets real nasty.
Yeah, unfortunately. Hope that isn't the case, but yeah, we've got calving season is going to get in full steam ahead mode. So come on in and get that information, and then I would imagine some folks then want to sit down and maybe make a plan for this coming spring and summer.
Yep. And along those lines, we do still have some early order opportunities to save a little bit of, save a little bit of money, save a little bit of green.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to the store and talk a little bit about restocking not only ice melt, but the birds have been pretty busy recently with all this cold weather. They really eat aggressively, and I know you've got good supply of bird feed.
Yeah, we do. And with it being so cold, those birds, they're really eating a lot. And so I actually looked out. I have a bird feeder, and noticed there was a bird in the snow. Didn't look like he was doing very good. Picked him up, brought him inside, gave him a tweetment, and sent him on his way.
Oh, nice of you. That's very nice.
A tweetment?
A tweetment. Wow. So got that, but he was munching on the wild bird mix that we've got. Yeah. So a wild bird mix it's a little bit of everything. Mm-hmm. I don't know if when you were a kid you went to a soda fountain or to a soda dispenser and you get a little bit of everything in the cup.
Yeah.
It's the wild bird mix is kind of like that.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
Got root beer with a 7-Up, huh?
Yeah. So it's one of those things that it attracts all of the birds. Mm-hmm. Not just the small songbirds or blackbirds or doves or whatever. It's everything. Okay.
And of course, you have bird feeders there. In case one's been damaged or maybe a squirrel got rough with one.
We do, and we also have some squirrel-proof feeders, they're actually pretty nice. Mm-hmm. But it's cool because they have almost a weight limit on them. So if something a little bit heavier goes to sit on it, it shuts it so that it can't get any of the birdseed out of it.
Really?
So if you want to put some birds on a diet, that's the one to get. But it also keeps out squirrels.
Yeah. So like a big hawk probably wouldn't be able to eat out of that. He might try to get some birds, but there. But.
Yeah. Or if you're lucky, he'd try to get the squirrel that's robbing the bird feed.
There you go.
Yeah. It's Mother Nature at work, right?
So the circle of life.
It is fun to watch the birds, and they really group up and really do gather when it's cold out, and it's amazing when you see those cardinals against the snow backdrop. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and we do have safflower seed, and from what I've seen is safflower is really good for cardinals.
Okay,
they tend to like that one pretty good.
All right. Very good. And I know too, we're kind of getting out of time here, but you always stress you've got all sorts of things on the shelf for making your own jerky, all sorts of different recipes and so forth, but it doesn't have to be wild game.
No, you can do anything, beef, pork, lamb, sheep, goat,
chicken, duck, whatever.
Chicken, duck, turkey, pheasant, whatever.
All right.
It's all equally as good.
Make jerky or sticks or whatever.
Yep, or summer sausage. We also have the high temp cheese. So the high temp cheese retains its consistency and texture and all that stuff up to like 400 degrees. So it doesn't melt essentially when you're cooking your snack sticks or your summer sausage.
Okay. It's all right there in the store, which is open at 8 o'clock?
Correct. Yep. And then we're open on Saturdays as well till noon.
Okay. All right. All right. It's all rolling along, and you're right. January's getting away from us. So
yes, very much so.
Make plans for spring, right?
Yep. Make plans for spring, not only for your fields, but also for your garden and lawn.
Yeah.
So, and I know Katrina's been working on getting the garden seed stuff figured out and what we're looking at there. So,
yeah. If you haven't got in to meet Katrina, do. She's a great young lady.
Yes.
Very, very nice. We enjoy having her out occasionally, but she seems to know her stuff. So
I think she might have gone to school for kind of that type of stuff, if I recall right.
I think that's true.
So, and I'm excited. Hopefully, she'll get the tomatoes up and rolling for you guys.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
We're excited about that too.
Yeah. That's going
to. Maybe if she does cucumbers as well, I'll bring the vinegar for the cucumbers.
Hey,
how about
nice.
That?
All right.
Oh boy.
Boy, can you imagine cucumbers in this room? Those things. Who knows what this place would look like?
Oh, it'd be cool to be like walking into the jungle.
I could handle the cucumbers, but I don't really think we need to put any vinegar on them.
Oh yeah.
Well, we can cross that bridge when we get there, Dave.
All right. I'm just going to say it right now. Salt and pepper is just fine. Or just salt.
Oh, Dave.
Another day.
Well, you'll get refined eventually. Not everybody has the exquisite taste as Brent and I
guess not. Logan Gerard, Arrow Seed Company, Broken Bow, Nebraska. Thanks, Logan.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. It's primary day in New Hampshire, and the two Republican candidates, Nikki Haley and Donald Trump, are making last-minute pitches.
Each and every one of you is going to cast the most important vote of your entire life.
Independent Elizabeth Harlow says she's opting for Haley.
I think she has a lot of great points as far as education, the military.
Israel's military reporting an explosion killed 21 soldiers in the IDF's single most deadly incident since the war with Hamas began. The BBC's Yolande Nell.
These were 21 reservists, so we're in a location quite close to the Israeli border, near to the Israeli kibbutz of Kisufim, which was one of those locations attacked on the 7th of October.
In San Diego, a powerful storm unleashed intense rain that's triggered widespread flooding across homes and highways. Fire officials report hundreds of rescues. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, the Platte County Sheriff's Office said a Columbus teen died following a single vehicle crash just north of Columbus on Sunday. Deputies responded to the area south of 355th Street and 205th Avenue around 9:50 a.m. after receiving a report of a car crash with injuries. The initial investigation showed that a GMC Sierra driven by 18-year-old Blake Anderson had been heading north on 205th before the crash. The department said a short time later that he lost control, resulting in the GMC leaving the roadway and entering a ditch. While in the ditch, the GMC rolled on its side and hit a power pole. The sheriff's office said that Creston Fire and Rescue removed Anderson from the GMC and transported him to the Columbus Community Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The police department said alcohol is not suspected to be a factor in the crash. Airbags were not deployed and seatbelts were not in use at the time of the crash. Responding to the crash along with the department was Creston Fire and Rescue, Columbus Rescue, and the Nebraska Game and Park, who assisted with traffic control. This will be an ongoing investigation. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NFL, where the Tennessee Titans have reportedly found their next head coach. They are reportedly finalizing a deal to hire Brian Callahan, the offensive coordinator of the Cincinnati Bengals. NBA games of note: Joel Embiid, 70 points, a new career high and franchise record for the 76ers in their 133-123 win over the Spurs. Karl Anthony Towns, 62 points for Minnesota, but the Timberwolves lose at home to the Hornets, 128-125. Minnesota still has the top record in the West at 30-13, but they're now just a half game up on both the Nuggets and the Thunder. Celtics have the best record in the NBA at 34-10. They beat the Mavericks in Dallas 119-110. Kevin Durant scores in the final seconds and goes for 43 points, leading the Suns past the Bulls 115-113. Top 25 college basketball: number 3 North Carolina beat Wake Forest 85-64. 7th-ranked Kansas a winner over Cincinnati 74-69.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A dense fog advisory remains in effect. Cloudy skies expected with fog today, with daytime highs approaching 33. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Overcast skies and foggy early tonight, lows level off around 26. Overcast tomorrow, highs level off around 37. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Tom plows Runza's parking lot on Temperature Tuesdays.
Take that, Snowdrift. With great horsepower comes great responsibility.
Every Tuesday in January, the temp at 6 a.m. is the price you pay for an original Runza sandwich when you buy fries and a medium drink.
And every Tuesday, the drive-thru will be drivable.
Thanks, Tom. Not all heroes wear capes.
I'm wearing one.
I know. Runza makes it all better.
The coldest place in Runza territory was Chadron at 15 degrees. That means your original Runza sandwich is just 15 cents today when you purchase a fry and medium drink. Today only at Runza. All right, 15 cents is the Runza price today. And they're only doing this for 1 month, so you might want to get in there and take advantage of that. 28 degrees under a cloudy sky. We have had freezing fog and mist in the air, and so it is slick out there. So be very, very careful when you're driving and walking this morning. Barometric pressure has been steady the last couple hours at 30.05. Humidity at 95%. High temperature yesterday turned out nice, 41 with an overnight low of 24. Sunset today at 5:42. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:58. A trace of precipitation in the rain gauge with that freezing fog and mist this morning. We're at 3100ths for the month. That's a look at weather. Good morning to Steve, Mildred, Jody, and Denise, who have dropped a hello and good morning in our chat box this morning. We appreciate that very much. I'll turn things over for a moment to Mr. Brent Apperson. Brent?
Yeah, we got our friends from Team Physical Therapy in with us, and Tracy is with us to represent them today. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing good today. How are things at Team?
Staying pretty busy.
I bet.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, listen, we just heard Dave give the forecast, and it's slick out.
Yes.
And so I know that slips, trips, and falls probably bring a few people into Team Physical Therapy.
Yeah, this time of year especially, it's tough to avoid it. You know, you don't see it sometimes, and before you know it, you're already on the ground.
Yeah.
We do see quite a bit of people referred from the doctors say, you know, go work on your balance or go work on your leg strength, which is a huge thing this time of year, especially because that'll really help you on that ice and even on the snow. Sometimes it melts and then snows a little bit more or drifts and you don't see what's under it. And your balance could be a huge factor in that.
And there are things that you guys can do regarding balance to help people get to, and I'm sure that there's even some cases where you see people come in, they think their balance is good, but then you maybe take them through a test and they realize, hey, you know what? I need to work on my balance a little bit.
Yeah, that's the biggest part of it, really. You don't know that your balance has kind of gone down a little bit until we run you through a test and you're like, oh man, I'll be darned, you know. And we've got lots of things, and all of us down there are really good at challenging you and making sure that your balance is improving every time you come see us.
Can you talk just a little bit about, because I'm sure that there's a lot of relationships that are developed between therapist and patient, but when you see progress made, that kind of makes your job, doesn't it? I mean, when you work with a person and you see where they start and then you see where you help get them to, that's got to be a very rewarding part of your job.
It really is. And honestly, I'd almost say that's kind of the best part because that's what we're there for. We're there to see you make progress and do better and break boundaries that you didn't think you could ever break. And it really is the best part of the job. And all of us down there, if you ask us, well, why'd you get into physical therapy? Obviously, the easy answer is we want to help people, but most of us have some sort of competitive background, so we want you to succeed just as much or even more than you want to succeed.
Yeah. Are there some specific things that you wanted to mention here this morning?
Yeah. So there's a couple of us that have gone to a few classes and are offering more in-depth pelvic health therapy now. So that can include prepartum, postpartum, anything during pregnancy or even years after. You know, many women have issues years down the road with things like, oh, I sneezed, got to go to the bathroom for a quick second. You know, that's not normal, and we can definitely improve that. And we've got lots of things that we can do with you to get to the root of the problem rather than just kind of putting a Band-Aid on things.
Talk a little bit more about some things you can do with ladies who are pregnant, whether it be helping them through that time of pregnancy or after they have the baby. There are some things that physical therapy can do,
yes,
isn't there? Yeah.
Tons of things. One of the biggest things that we treat during pregnancy is kind of that low back pain, that anterior or front pelvic pain, anything kind of in that little box around the pelvis. We can treat a lot of things about it and just help you be a lot more comfortable and a lot more prepared for the birth itself. After pregnancy, we can help you kind of reactivate that core and get it kind of coordinated again and just really get you dialed back in for your core strength, your hip strength, which is a huge factor that kind of gets forgotten about, your coordination in general, and just kind of helping you heal from that, because birth is a huge wound on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
That we just kind of forget about and go on with taking care of baby and the rest of our lives. And that's a huge thing that we can work with.
And Tracy, don't you think that's exactly why the nature knew that women were the only ones who could survive this?
Amen.
Us guys are not really up for that much, stress and strain. And it, you're right. I remember I mentioned this when we discussed this. It changes the rib cage. I mean, it expands the rib cage. That's just from before the first birth and after. There's a lot of changes that go along in that box you're talking about. Lower back pain. You maybe have back labor and you think when the baby's born it's going to go away, and all of a sudden you have back troubles,
Right.
These are things that guys are not very good at, Tracy, as you know.
Well, and one of the biggest things that people may not know is all those hormones, they don't just leave your body. There's a big hormone called prolactin, or I think I said that wrong.
We wouldn't
There's
know.
a big hormone.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
There's a big hormone in your body that really starts to be dominant when you are going into labor to help those ligaments relax a little bit. And as you breastfeed, that is still in your body, which means that those ligaments are still getting that hormone to kind of relax, which affects everything in your body, but especially your pelvis, your back, and everything else. And that's why people tend to continue to have those low back pain issues, that front pelvic pain issues, that SI pain, because they're still breastfeeding and that hormone is still there. And then they're just kind of frustrated because they're like, I already had my baby. Why am I not feeling better? Why am I not getting back to myself? And these days it's all about snapping back,
Oh, yeah.
And it's hard to do that when those hormones are still flushing through your body. So just honestly, a lot of education and support to mamas is a big part of our job as postpartum therapists as well.
Were there some other topics?
Yeah. This time of year, especially this last cold snap, it's really hard to stay active, and staying active is one of the biggest things of keeping your balance and keeping your leg strength and just kind of overall health. And we really want to encourage people to try and stay as active as possible, whether that be walking the stairs in your house 3 times a day or doing some air squats or something for 15-20 minutes a day. If you've got a treadmill or an elliptical, we really encourage that, because that's a huge part of just overall health in general, but being more healthy when you come back out of hibernation.
Yeah.
There's this little voice in your couch or your recliner when it's cold and nasty out, and you go, oh, yeah, I really can't do anything out there. And so there's the couch and there's the TV, or there's, a book or whatever, which is okay. But man, we just fall in love with it in some ways. And we know that we don't feel as good after a few days of being cooped up.
Yeah.
You just don't feel as good as when you're active. And we know it, but we maybe go get another bag of chips,
Right. Well, and yesterday I do some home health along with Derek. Derek and I do most of the home health here in Kearney, or Broken Bow. Yesterday, kind of one of the nicest days we've had in a while.
Yes.
I took one of my home health patients outside. We bundled up pretty good, but she hadn't been out in a couple weeks, really, because she lives alone and lives outside of town, and everything is kind of brought to her door for her. And I said, you know what? Let's grab ourselves a coat and a hat and let's step outside for a second. And boy, it just made her day. She was so excited to get outside, and she came inside and said, I feel so much better now. And I was like, well, good.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
You didn't freeze, right?
It was a pretty nice day, and just to get that fresh air, it just livens you up a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. And we got to see her little kitty cats. She hasn't seen them in a couple weeks, so she was really excited to get out and see them for a little bit.
I bet they were excited to see her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet they look different in 2 weeks, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot more to your job than people think if you're, doing things like that. I bet that's kind of fun.
It really was. It kind of made me excited, too, because I've gone and seen her twice a week, and we have been going outside. When it was nice, gosh, we'd take a little trek, and we'd do our exercises outside and go and do a couple chores that she couldn't normally do, but with just a little bit of help, she was able to get them done, and we haven't been able to do that, and it just kind of changes the tone of the session.
Yeah, I can understand that. That's great. Well, that's so easy for all of us to get a little bit, I don't want to say lazy, you just mentally after a while you go, well, it's cruddy outside, and yeah, I could go down and work in the basement or something, but you get demotivated after a while. So it's good to move around.
Yeah. It was kind of like you said. It's kind of the best part of the job. You get to make people happy, but also that really was a huge help for her mentally, physically.
Yeah.
That was a big roadblock that we really got over.
Yeah. That's great.
You mentioned walking on a treadmill. Did that the other day.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't walked on treadmills much.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm thinking, well, this probably won't be much. Yeah, it's a treadmill, so it'll be just like walking. You know, walking on a treadmill is just absolutely completely different from, say, walking around the block. You know, and they're great, but I don't know. It's almost like I almost felt like I need to call somebody to teach me how to walk on a treadmill. Does that make any sense at all? But it's just different.
It really is. My husband and I actually got a treadmill for our birthdays back in December. I was so excited, and he was like, oh, great. He's excited about it, too. But I kind of had to relearn, because each treadmill is honestly kind of different, too. And I'm a clumsy person.
Now, welcome to the club.
And I got on there and pressed go, and I was kind of punching some buttons, trying to figure it out. And I must have punched the wrong one, because it went whoop, and I went bloop.
Yeah. I think the thing for me, it's when you get done on the treadmill.
Yeah.
It's like your legs want to keep moving at that pace.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of like
you almost get a
weird.
Yeah. Like your legs are a little bit jello.
Yeah. But they are nice to keep you active and allow you to keep moving and walking and exercising during these winter type months.
Right. Yeah, and I mean they can even be used year round, really.
Yeah.
If you got something going on, you got a sleeping baby over there, you can hop on the treadmill really quick and keep an eye on him, but also get a little bit of exercise without waking the baby up.
Yeah.
It really works for about everybody, any time of year, whatever you got going on.
Well, you ask people what we're going to do in the summer, say I'm not going to go on a walk, it's too hot.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So you have a climate controlled space you can work in, and then there's no excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else that you wanted to mention?
It is conference week for quite a few area teams for basketball, so we wanted to say good luck to all the teams and kids playing. it's a huge week for a lot of kids.
Yeah.
So good luck to all those area teams, and hope you have the best game of your life.
There you go.
There you are. Tracy with an I.
Tracy with an I.
Team Physical Therapy. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. We'll take a quick time out with these words on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Geared for Sports and Broken Bow is all about gearing you up for sports, whether it's for participating or for cheering from the stands. They have it. Scott is extending their semi-annual shoe sale in case the cold and snow has been keeping you from shopping. All regular price shoes are marked 20% off. Head through their door on the west side of the square and take advantage of big savings. The semi-annual shoe sale at Geared for Sports. Open Monday to Friday 10 to 6 and Saturdays 10 to 4. Get your gear at Geared for Sports in Broken Bow.
This is John Farley with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. And here we understand your land represents a lifetime of hard work and the decision to sell does not come lightly. I'd be happy to provide a free, no obligation opinion of value to assist in your estate planning. Inventory is very low at the moment, so now may be the best time to get the highest dollar for your lifetime of land stewardship and sweat equity. Whatever your goal is, I'm here to help. Call me, John Farley, or check us out at lashleyland.com.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix T that's different?
Well, it's a patented key ingredient called testofen. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. It's backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text ROCK to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text ROCK to 321321. That's ROCK to 321321.
And to show you our appreciation, we've worked with area businesses to bring back the Love Local promotion. A chance for you each day out there as a listener to win a $25 gift card. Today it's Healing Hearts and Families in Broken Bow, and they're giving away chamber bucks. So it's basically $25 that you can spend in participating chamber members that we'll be giving away a little bit later on. We'll tell you more about what's going on with the folks as well at Healing Hearts and Families. They got some things they want us to remind you of. But keep listening. We'll be giving away a $25 gift card for $25 in chamber bucks before we close the show today. All right, we have a lot of jobs that are open in the area that we're going to be telling you about, and some other things as well. So I'll go back to Mr. Brent Apperson, my neighbor, my co-host, good friend, brother and son all in one. Here he is.
All right, here's some job opportunities through Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership. Still looking for someone to serve as an early childhood program interpreter. Now, this could be a part-time or full-time position, depending on the program needs. You would have to have the ability to speak, read, or write fluently in both Spanish and English. You would be providing translation for families and children ages birth up to age 5. Traveling to the different locations as needed to provide translation services. Also, CNCAP is still looking for someone to work as a WIC and immunization nurse in Loop City. Now, with this position, there are some benefits, but it's a part-time position, flexible 20 hours per week position with a starting wage dependent on qualifications. For this, obviously, you must have an active RN, LPN, or RD license. You would be traveling and providing assistance to clients at WIC clinics and administering vaccinations to participants in the immunization program. For more information on the positions, you can contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780. The extension is 105. Or you can apply online by going to centralnebraskacap.com.
All right, a reminder that very soon you'll be hearing from Mark Stock, and the Big Iron Auction Company will be featured here on the show in just a little bit. We were just talking about getting out and doing things, and of course exercise is what we were talking about. Sometimes just some good old fun really breaks up the monotony in the wintertime months. And Sylvester's on East Highway 2 Broken Bow is bringing back Thunder Karaoke this Friday night. So grab your friends, put them up on stage with you if they're willing. Get up and sing as loud as you do in your car. Have some fun. Time is now to get up on stage and sing with your friends at Sly's. Break up the monotony and have some fun. 9 p.m. until 1 a.m. this Friday night, karaoke at Sly's in Broken Bow at the quiet little place that rocks, East Highway 2, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
There's a big auction in Henry, Illinois for Dale and Dennis Endress today. 10 o'clock is when 114 items will sell. Late model farm machinery on this sale. We've also got some land selling today in Holt County, Nebraska for Gary Baden, 160 acres of pivot irrigated land that's located by Ewing, Nebraska, will sell to the highest bidder. This particular farm was certified organic in 2023. So there's a Zematic pivot, a power unit, and a generator. Jim Stock and John Stock will be in Ewing, Nebraska at the Fire and Rescue Hall. And this auction starts to conclude at 10 o'clock this morning. Remember, if you have questions, please get a hold of Jim or John Stock. Their names and numbers are listed right on our website on the bigiron.com site. Sellers on that sale, folks, Gary and Rose Baden. Then on Wednesday or tomorrow, folks, boy, do we have some outstanding machinery that is selling from people all across the country. If you are in the market of quality farm equipment, we encourage you to dial up the Big Iron site and check out all the planters and the tractors and the tillage tools. We've got the Bonnie Z. Thomas Truss Sale in Council Grove, Kansas. 23 items. Case IH equipment, folks, in the International 4400 Series tandem axle grain truck. It's got a steel box. They've got a Case IH Patriot 3240 self-propelled sprayer, Case IH 7140 combine selling. They got a Case IH Early Riser 1245 Series 23-row 15-inch planter. Case IH 335 VT True tandem vertical till disc is selling. They also have a couple New Holland tractors, an International ProStar Eagle Day Cab semi-truck, and the list goes on this big sale taking place in Council Grove, Kansas on tomorrow's Big Iron sale. Also, David McLaren Estate Sales in Kinsley, Kansas. This sale features a Parker 1348 grain cart. There's a John Deere R4045 self-propelled sprayer and a John Deere 9770 four-wheel drive combine, just to name a few of the many items. Dial up the Big Iron website for all the equipment that will sell here on the big sale coming up on Wednesday. Folks, we're now listing land and machinery that will sell in the latter part of February, and we're filling the March auction calendar as we speak. So if you want to have one or two items or a dozen items or have your entire retirement sale, or if you've got some real estate you would like to get sold yet this year, it starts with a phone call. Pick it up right now and dial us at 1-800-937-3558. That's 1-800-WE-SELL-8. Thank you so much for using BigIron.com.
Would you like to make 2024 a rewarding year? Look no further. Apply for the Burning Bank credit card today so you can earn rewards on everyday purchases. Choose from our 4 credit card levels we offer and shop in-store or online, pay bills, travel locally or abroad, and earn rewards with every purchase. You can apply online at bruningbank.com or come in and see us at 803 South D Street in Broken Bow. Bruning Bank. Build, grow, thrive in the new year. Bruning Bank. Member FDIC.
It's time to spread the local love with the KCNI KBBN Love Local promotion. When you shop local, you're not just a customer. You're a champion of community support. Tune in every weekday morning to The Breakfast Show for your chance at a $25 gift card to a fantastic local business. Join us in embracing the spirit of local love. Keep it local. Keep it here. Listen to The Breakfast Show to win.
Now remember that whatever happens, I love you.
The music to get your day started right.
I listen every morning.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Robert Plant and Allison Krauss together. What a great combination. Can't Let Go, the name of that one for you here on this Tuesday morning. Custer Farm Service Agency is hiring. The application period to apply is January 18th to the end of the month, January 31st. The Custer Farm Service Agency is located here in Broken Bow, and they are hiring a permanent program technician. Benefits package included. The successful candidate will carry out office activities pertaining to one or more of the USDA programs administered in Custer County. Applicants will apply online at www.usajobs.gov. The closing date again is January 31st, 2024. Questions about the position may be directed to Stevie at 308-872-6877. 308-872-6877. The USDA is an equal opportunity provider, employer, and lender. You can find this information on the Sandhills Express employment page, job page.
The Nebraska Department of Transportation has an excellent opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join their team in Ansley and Broken Bow. At the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They provide training and career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package that includes a matching retirement contribution. To apply, you need to go online because an online state application must be completed. So go to this website, statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
And the Custer County Foundation is looking to fill the executive director position. And they are seeking applicants for this position. This is a full-time position located here in Broken Bow. And the executive director acts as the CEO for Custer County's foundation. And they have the duties all listed, which include things like overseeing personnel, grant-making programs, public awareness, and much more. Preferred qualifications: a bachelor's degree would be preferred, 5 or more years experience in at least one of the following categories: management, policy development, asset development, donor relations, and grant making. And you must possess leadership skills and, of course, be self-motivated and have excellent written and oral communication skills. And, of course, you want to be up to speed on technology as well and have good organizational skills. If you have some or all of those, they would love to talk to you. Please send your resume to the Custer County Foundation, Post Office Box 304, Broken Bow, Nebraska, or email your resume to custerfoundation@msn.com.
Quality Senior Villages, located in Broken Bow, is a licensed assisted living facility specializing in Alzheimer's and dementia care, and they are currently looking for caregivers, CNAs, and medication aides. Their goal at Quality Senior Villages is to provide a home-like atmosphere and give enriching care in safe and nurturing environment where the individual can thrive and live a productive and active life. Specialized training in the most advanced forms of memory care is provided at the time of employment and ongoing. If you'd like to apply, you can email qsvbrokenbow@gmail.com. Stop in person at 715 Arapahoe Lane, Broken Bow, Nebraska, which is where the facility is located. Or if you have any questions, feel free to call them at 872-6387. That's 872-6387. Quality Senior Villages, looking for caregivers, CNAs, and medication aides.
Thank you, Brent Apperson. Let's enjoy some Bonnie Raitt. Bonnie Raitt, one of her later releases for you, Made Up Mind. You'll hear that on our playlist on KBBN 95.3 FM. And we'll have some more music for you as we go along. We have more information to pass along to you this morning. Jeffrey's Sand and Gravel in Burwell, looking for several positions to be filled up. Dredge operator, general laborer, diesel mechanic, concrete truck driver, full-time heavy equipment operator. Some of the equipment includes backhoe, scraper, excavator, dozer, wheel loader, motor grader, haul trucks, and skid loaders, to name a few. You must be dependable and safety conscious. You must be able to work 10 to 12 hours a day, including some weekends, with possible travel during the week. Competitive wages, benefits, including health insurance, accident, vision, and dental insurance, are part of the benefits package. Term life insurance, employer match simple IRA, that's all part of the benefit package, and they are an equal opportunity employer. Applications are available at 82428 Jeffries Lane, Burwell, Nebraska, or you can send your resume or contact them at www.jeffries.com or call Justina at 308-346-5123. This information is also available on Sand Hills Express employment page.
The Village of Myrna is now accepting applications for a part-time maintenance operator. Now, you must be 21 years of age and possess a current valid driver's license. Duties would include operation of sewer and water systems, maintenance of streets, equipment maintenance, and general upkeep of village property. Experience certainly a benefit, but willing to train the right applicant. Questions and applications should be directed to the village clerk's office between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. The phone number is 643-2281. You can also contact 643-7022. The Village of Myrna is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
8:51. Again, we will be giving away a gift card today provided through Healing Hearts and Families in Broken Bow. $25 in chamber dollars will be given away in honor of our Love Local promotion. So be sure and continue to listen to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Charlie Crockett and Trinity River on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We're playing you some songs today that we mix into our KBBN playlist, anywhere from AAA rock to all kinds of different forms of charts they have these days. And we go through those and listen to all the songs and kind of try to fit in things that are new, that are kind of cool, and fit the format. Got a little Tyler Childers coming up for you here in just a little bit, for example. Oh, I should have did the Allison thing today, but maybe I should check with Allison and see if she wants me to do the Allison thing again for Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. There's a phone number here. I guess I could call her and ask her.
Oh, there you go.
Let's see. Broken Bow's number.
Oh, you are going to call?
Well, I think I should.
You haven't done this in a while.
It's been.
I like it when you just call.
It's early. I hope
live
she's
on the
there.
air.
Yeah. Oops, that's cat. Hold. Well, let's see if anybody's there.
Thank you for calling Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Please stay on the line to speak with one of us. In accordance with federal law, this call will be recorded.
Federal law?
Please take note that we do not offer
You're going to be
every plan in your
recorded.
area. Currently, we represent
you mean the deep state?
which offer 46 products in your area. Please contact Medicare.gov, 1-800-MEDICARE,
No, I think
or
I
your
did dial
local
the right
state
number.
health insurance program,
Oh, did you?
CHIP,
Oh, I
to
think
get
so.
information on all of your options. Thank you, and we'll be right with you.
Well, thank you, Liana.
Yeah.
Very professional.
Yeah, that was well read.
Yeah, very nice.
Remember, you're being
Nebraska
recorded.
Owners Insurance, this is Allison.
Oh, there she is.
Allison, this is Dave Burney and Brent Amperson. I should tell you you're live on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Well, good morning.
Well, good morning to you. That was quite a spiel there that Liana has before you answered the phone. The feds are watching us? What's the deal?
Oh, they are, yes. We're just required by law to let you know. They're always listening, Dave.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
Well, these days, if you have a smartphone at all, they can be checking you out. That's for sure. I can't even sleep at night, Allison. I mean, they might be watching this, snooze. I don't know.
You never know.
Hey, I wanted to call because I did a live read the other day using the song Allison when we were talking about you, Allison. And
Okay.
I don't know if you caught it or not, but I wanted your permission maybe to do it again, if not today, some other time.
Well, of course, yes.
And I have to add. Go ahead.
Oh, I've heard of that song, but I have yet to ever search and listen to it. So you'll have to let me know when you're playing it.
Okay. Well, I just want to tell you need to disregard a couple of lines in the song.
Okay.
Okay, because I don't. It has nothing to do with you, but there's a few things that are said in the song that don't match up you at all. But there's one in there that says your aim is true. That's the one I like.
Oh, okay.
Because you're a straight shooter and your aim is true.
Yeah.
And in the insurance business and in everyday life, Allison.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. So I will do that. I don't know if I'll do it today because.
Okay.
But I might. I don't. We don't really have a plan on this show.
I just want.
Okay.
I want you to know, Allison, you should feel very privileged, because to be really honest, I mean, I've been around Dave for 30 years now, and I got to be honest. This is one of the very few times he has ever contacted a person to get their permission for something. So you should feel very honored.
I do feel very honored.
Right.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, look forward to hearing the song too. And I'm a little nervous about those lines you speak of.
Well, I won't. I'll edit them. I know when they come.
Oh,
I won't let them go on the air if at all possible. And it's not. It's not terrible. It's just there's some accusations that are untrue.
I see.
But
false accusations. Yes.
Yes. And these days, there's so much false accusations. We got the feds. We got false accusations. It's something, isn't it?
It is every day. It's always something.
All right. So as long as we have you here, let's talk a little bit about what you've been dealing with in the insurance biz lately. I know that there was that window for Medicare and all that sort of thing. Is that kind of behind us now?
That is behind us, yes. You can still, if you have a supplement plan or Advantage plan, you can still make some changes to that. But, yeah, Medicare and the open enrollment's all behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if you're turning 65, you have 3 months before and the month you turn, and then 3 months after to come in, and we can help set you up for your Medicare. So that's, of course, any time during the year.
Mm-hmm.
And otherwise, this time of year we've got a lot of people making some vehicle trades. So we've been busy with a lot of auto stuff.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yep. And then just our usual farm and home and crop and all the things.
Yeah. Now, you're fully licensed, fully accredited to do all this now, and you've been doing it a while. What do you think? I mean, I think there was a lot to learn and a lot to get up to speed on. You're feeling pretty good about things?
Yeah, I am feeling good about it. It was definitely a lot to learn, but I've got good teachers in Chip and Liana, so I feel like I've caught on pretty quick, and it's a lot of fun. I enjoy quoting and helping people out, try to save people some money where we can. So yeah, it's been fun.
Does Chip ever embellish at all about, his mustache and kind of looking like Baxter Black?
Not directly, but you always kind of get that vibe from him. You can just sort of tell.
Is his, I've always wondered this, is his mustache insured?
I don't know. I'll have to look him up on the system here.
Yeah. And the next question.
Look, it should be.
It should be. The next question is, can it be? Can you insure a mustache?
We've got some carriers we could probably look at for that.
Okay.
I'm sure you can.
Okay. Well, next time we talk to you, would you let us know on that?
I will. Yeah, I will look into that for sure.
And Allison, if you could pass this on to Chip and Liana. This really was supposed to be a 15-second live read, but now that it's turned into basically a 5-minute call, we'll be charging them for that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I'll have to send
the
them
bill to Chip and Liana.
Okay. Attention, Chip. All right, we'll do that.
For sure.
Thanks, Allison.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Take care. All right, there you go. That's the service you'll get at Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency here in Broken Bow in the Chamber of Commerce building and over on Main Street in Callaway on 115 East Campbell, Callaway, Nebraska. They also have a new office location in North Platte as well, and other locations, as they are a part of a very effective group that can offer you several different companies to fit your needs. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The movie to beat at the Oscars?
World War II would be over. Our boys would come home.
Oppenheimer leads the pack with 13 nominations. Barbie's next with 8. Among the snubs, movie critic Jeffrey Lyons.
There are always surprises. I thought Margot Robbie would be nominated for Best Actress, and she wasn't.
Neither was Leonardo DiCaprio for Killers of the Flower Moon. Primary voting's underway in New Hampshire, and independent Elizabeth Harlow is opting for Nikki Haley.
I do agree with her that I think that our education needs to be pumped up. I think military is important, obviously decreasing our taxes.
Donald Trump far ahead in the polls. Israel's military is reporting its deadliest single incident since the war with Hamas began. CBS's Linda Gradstein says 21 IDF soldiers were killed in a blast in Gaza.
An RPG was fired at a tank securing the forces, and simultaneously an explosion occurred in the buildings.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
In NFL news, Brian Johnson is out as the Philadelphia Eagles offensive coordinator. This is according to ESPN. The Falcons will conduct a second interview with Texans offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick for the team's head coaching vacancy. Coco Gauff is advancing to the semifinals at the Australian Open. And in the NBA on Monday, the Suns have now won 6 in a row.
Durant still on the dribble, gets a pick from Beal, feeds him, cutting in the lane, pull-up jumper short. Beal fights for it, Eubanks gets it. Out to Booker, who dumps it to Durant for an open three. He got it! Suns take the lead, 113-111, 41 on the night for KD.
You heard it all on the Suns radio network. They ended up beating the Bulls 115-113. Durant ended with 43 points, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds. But Joel Embiid dropped 70 points, 18 rebounds, and 5 assists as the 76ers topped the Spurs 133-123.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A dense fog advisory continues until noon today. Cloudy skies expected with fog and spots today, with daytime highs approaching 33. Southeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lows dip down to about 26, with fog and spots early tonight, cloudy skies expected. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. But right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
907, 28 degrees outside. That's the temperature it's been all morning long under a cloudy sky and freezing fog and mist out there. Slick conditions today. 10 o'clock start for the Broken Bow schools, and all our guests that have come in have mentioned that they've seen some cars slipping around, in some cases off the road. So be careful out there, please. Barometric pressures at 30.05 and steady, a light east wind this morning. Humidity at 94% with that moisture in the air. Our next guests are in the studio, and I must say right off the start, Brent, I cannot do the show without making a comment to begin here with Off-Broadway Assisted Living.
Okay. What is your comment?
Those are some kind of good-looking pants that Felicia has on right now.
There you go.
Those are nice. Those are like bell bottoms.
Yeah.
And you got the boots to go with them.
They're comfortable.
The black boots. Makes me feel young again, Felicia. Thank you very much.
You're welcome anytime.
I just look at them, close my eyes, and I think I'm back in like 72. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Brent, I like your sweatshirt, too. It's very nice.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it very much.
It reminded me when
wore it just for you.
It reminded me when I worked in the coal mines.
Oh.
Back in 78. Oh, Jody, how you been?
Good. What about you?
Good.
Good.
Yep. Everybody around our place here is fighting some kind of little bug of some kind, and you talk to other people out there, and we're all kind of on the bubble with all these whatever's going on out there, colds, flu, COVID, I don't know what all, pneumonia. It's just crazy, isn't it?
It is. You would think that, now that we've had all of the below zero weather, that it would be done, but
yeah,
it's still there.
So what's the status at Off-Broadway right now? Masks coming in and out, or where are you out on that?
We do ask that if you're not feeling well, that you either please do not come in and visit, or you grab a mask as you walk in the front door and put one on.
Sure, yeah. And, if you aren't feeling well, there's telephones and ways that you can communicate and might maybe save a little more of this spreading around. So
correct.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. I know that there's times in my neighborhood that my neighbor, Ben Amperson, would like to find a room of his own, if you will, or maybe, his own little private space, maybe a one-room, really nice apartment. Do you have any of those available?
We do. Felicia, do you?
Yes, actually, we do have that available. So, are you coming by yourself, or?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, first off, I'm still a couple of years, I think, from being eligible for Off-Broadway, but I'm getting really close. So since I'm so close, give me the details.
Yeah, so we do have some studio apartments available, one bedrooms, and We might also be having a 2-bedroom come available. There is a waiting list, but if that person's not ready, so definitely feel free if you're interested. The 2 bedrooms are really hard to get. So if you are interested in that, and they come with the 1 bedrooms and the 2 bedrooms comes with a full kitchen. The studios comes with a little mini fridge and stuff. And yeah, so come in and talk to us and come take a tour. We're still offering the $25 gift card if you come in. And also, we do have a new year and a new beginning, so we have some extra special stuff that Jody's willing to do for you, and we will also be having a February special as well.
Wow.
So come in and talk and get on the waiting list, or call and I can meet up with you, or you can come meet up with us.
Okay. How much of this can you tell us about, Jody, that some of these specials, are they still on the cooker?
Still on the cooker.
Okay, all right. Coming soon?
Coming real soon.
Okay, exciting.
Yep.
Little incentive to come in, take a look around. One of the things I always think is so nice about the way you run things at Off-Broadway, when you do have a vacancy, the next person that gets that apartment gets it like, I would say almost like brand new. Always painted up, cleaned up, ready to go. And out in the real world, you don't always get that, as you know. So it's very nice to be able to know that when you move in, it's yours from the get-go, starting fresh and ready to go, right?
We try to take pride in the fact that, we understand it's a big adjustment for everybody to come in. So we want to make it better for you. So we try to make sure that they're all up to date and ready to go, clean.
The weather that we've been having now today, it's going to be pretty nice. Yesterday it was 41. Weekend forecast looks pretty good, but we've had the slick weather this morning. People slipping off the road. I noticed on our driveway today, it took a little slip when I went to get in the car, and kind of woke me up. And, all the snow moving we've had to do so far this year, and the cold weather really makes Off-Broadway look tempting, I would think, for folks out there who either live together as a couple or even a single inhabitant, that some of those things just aren't that much fun to do, and in some cases we're unable to do those things. But you guys take care of all that.
Yeah, and our mailboxes are even inside too, so you don't even have to go outside to check your mail.
I like that.
Person doesn't realize how dangerous it can be to shovel snow or salt or whatever. So.
Yeah, well, and you look up and the gutters are falling off the house because the icicle pulled it down. All those little things as you went through life you didn't think too much about.
Right.
But, getting on a ladder is not in the cards for a lot of you older folks out there. It's just not a good idea.
Right.
And cold weather affects you a little bit more when you're older, and certainly a sore back with the shovels certainly is probably part of the recipe for an older person out there as well. So yeah, so all that stuff you don't worry about. Plus you get to play pool.
There you go.
Play cards, play games, eat meals as they're served to you.
We even go to the grocery store for you too.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
heated mailboxes, and they go to the grocery store.
Love it.
Wow. It's all a monthly package, right?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, so you can explain that to all the folks that you talk to and that come in and go on the tours. You've got some notes there. What else did you want to highlight today?
Well, you guys, we've talked about some special things that has been in the works at Off-Broadway Apartments. So we want to get this out. We're super excited. We found out that we were approved for a ARPA Home and Community Grant.
Oh, wow.
So what it means for Off-Broadway is we are going to do some remodeling of the facility.
Oh.
We are going to remove our solarium and build on. We're going to put a gathering room in there. So the residents, or private dining gathering room, so the residents can have family members come in and have meals with them, or friends or whatever. We are putting in a freshly new activity center, which will be a full kitchenette. So the residents can bake and cook and stuff like that in that area.
They can do their own if they like that way.
Yeah, so they can do it for the facility as an activity or whatever. So that's pretty exciting. As we move on, we don't know how much other areas we're going to get to, but the plan is to redo the large dining room that we have. So we'll put in new carpeting and flooring and stuff like that, and then hopefully we can move on to the small dining room. This is just as exciting as the activities room to us. So we're going to not have the small dining room. We will have a physical therapy room, a new med room, a private office for our nurses station, and then a fitness room for our residents.
That is great.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yes. So they'll be able to, our residents have been told that they are the ones who are going to pick out what equipment goes into that fitness room for them.
Boy.
So
that's one heck of a great announcement you have there.
Yeah. So we would like to thank the board for helping us get this done, Nancy Ferguson for helping us write that grant, Paul, and I'm probably going to botch this, Brungard for helping us design what we're doing, and Felicia and the staff for helping us get that approved. So it's been exciting. We've been working on it for a while, so it's going to be a good project.
That's going to be a great project. All of that sounds wonderful. And the small dining room, I guess I have to visualize where that's at now. Is that?
That's where the ice cream machine is at.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
But the solarium part, you've been kind of indicating you wanted to do something there for a long time. This will facilitate that.
Yes.
So you're going to change that into a dining area where people can have their family in, and it'll be kind of private there.
Yes. Yep.
That's great.
Then we'll have a little gathering area between that and the activities area. They can just sit in there and visit or whatever. So I'm super excited just thinking about it because it brings more things in for our residents.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the equipment for the activities and being able to do a little of their own baking and cooking and so forth. Just getting better all the time. And what is there a timeline on this, or do you know yet?
I'm not sure. We would like to try to break ground sometime this spring, but we'll see what happens. But if you are a contractor or know of one and wants to put a bid please get a hold of me at the facility at 308-872-2522, and let's get you on that list.
Yeah, and that's, I think that's not unusual these days to be looking for a contractor who has can fit that into their workload and their schedule, but there's going to be somebody out there who want to be a part of that, I would think. So
I would think.
Yeah. Well, thanks for announcing that. That's fantastic news, Felicia. I bet you're excited.
I'm very excited, and when we announced it to the residents, they were super excited. I mean, there's going to be an entire area for all kinds of activities going on, crafts, all kinds of stuff, and then having that private dining also for the community to be able to come in and utilize. So that'll be really nice. And then, of course, the equipment, because exercising is huge for our residents. They love their exercising. They love the new step that they have. And to be able to have maybe more than that one new step in a designated area, it's really exciting. Yeah,
we were just talking about that with Team Physical Therapy this morning about trying to remain active. And the more tools you have to do that, the better your chances are of getting through these slow months. And I guess as we get older, all months we need to remain flexible and active. So that's fantastic.
They say if you don't use it, you lose it.
You do. I think that's one of the truest statements around. God, why are my legs kind of quivery? Well, because I haven't been walking anywhere, right?
Right.
Well, that's fantastic. That's fantastic, guys. Appreciate you announcing that today, and congratulations.
Yeah, we're really excited. We've been working on this for a while.
I bet you have.
Yeah.
You kind of have to be quiet about it. And
Yeah. It's hard to do that sometimes when you're doing that. So.
Yeah. Well, and let's face it, the process, I know Nancy Ferguson is number one in knowing how to do that, but you never know, is it going to be accepted? Are we going to get that, go ahead?
Yeah. Yeah, we worked really hard on trying to get that accepted.
Yeah, that's not an easy task.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks, guys.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Brent, a couple years from now, you'll be able to, work out and cook your own meals, have your family in, come see you.
Yeah.
I'm only 50. What is the, how soon can you get in, age-wise?
55.
55. Oh, I'm 59, so.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah,
you want me to start that
so why don't
paperwork
you just
now?
Come on in.
After scooping the walks the last 4 times, I think it's more tempting than ever. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. All right. Here's Tyler Childers, as promised, on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Tyler Childers, In Your Love, right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We're talking about cold weather, wind chills, snow, winter. And we think about insulation that maybe we should have in our homes and our businesses that would maybe solve some of those cold drafts and so forth. But we also, and I think I can confidently say this, Brent, my brother and good friend, we can say that in the summertime, insulation is just as important because it keeps things cooler and you use less energy. Well, I think we all know that. So why don't we do something about it? Darn it. Let's get after it. Let's get down.
Right.
Let's make
That's
a move.
The challenge from the breakfast show today. Insulate.
Insulate, insulate, insulate. And if you think, well, I don't really know that I want to take my sheetrock off and re-insulate. I don't know if I can get into my old walls that are lath and plaster. There's a way you can, especially up in the roof, insulate, and that's blow the insulation in. And in other applications, which I have no business talking about because I don't know that much about carpentry. But I do know we have an old house and we have insulation in the roof, and when we had extra put in, it made a lot of difference. Really did. So if you're low on insulation upstairs especially, you can blow it in, and Ansley Lumber has an offer that be hard to refuse. If you buy the insulation through Ansley Lumber, you get the trailer to blow it in, and the blower that's inside the trailer, and the trailer to haul your insulation in. If it's not, you might have to have a pickup too. But anyway, they'll make it all work for you and make it happen. If you buy the insulation, it's ultra quiet to use, easy to use, and you can borrow the enclosed trailer. Call them on Main Street, Ansley, America, at 308-935-1815. Now, they have that out once in a while, so you not once in a while, probably quite a bit, so you need to make sure you set up a time for you to use that and blow that insulation in. But talk to them there at Ansley Lumber, downtown Ansley.
All right. It's dry cleaning day tomorrow.
Uh-oh, yeah.
The Cleaning Shack is here in Broken Bow to help with your dry cleaning. You'll find them inside the Quilting Shack, located on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow. Now, if you have some items that need to be dry cleaned, make sure you have them in by tomorrow morning at 11:30 so you can have it back the following Wednesday. Also, while you're in the Quilting Shack, make sure you check out some of the things that they have to offer. They have a huge selection right now of material and sewing options, and if you need advice on your project, the staff loves to help. The Quilting Shack also has an awesome selection of craft kits and other fun ideas for the kids, including supplies for candy making and cake decorating, poster making supplies, coloring cards kits, beads for jewelry making, easy to sew kits. For those of you with, oh my goodness, with, I don't know, Cricut? Is that how to say that? CRICUT machines. You can find tools and vinyl at Quilting Shack.
You don't know you're quilting.
I don't.
Neither do I.
No. You're not going to help me out on this, are you?
I'm not.
Yeah, you're on an island, Apperson.
Yeah.
We'll give you the hours of the Quilting Shack, Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 5:30, and Saturdays are open from 11 until 4. Shop at the Quilting Shack, East Highway 2, Broken Bow. And again, if you have some items that need dry cleaned, make sure you have them in by Wednesday morning by 11:30 so you can have it back the following week.
All right. We are just about ready to give you a chance to win a $25 gift card provided through Healing Hearts and Families in Broken Bow. These will be in the way of chamber bucks, so you can use them at any chamber member who honors chamber bucks. February is Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, and this year's theme is Love Like That. It illuminates what that means regarding healthy and unhealthy relationships. So who knows, more about these situations than this group, than this organization. They know that love is more than a feeling, no matter how you define it, and it's essential to ensure you're on the same page with your partner. Education and raising awareness is important. 1 in 3 high school students experiences either physical or sexual violence or both by someone that they are dating. If you have questions or just need to talk, they are available 24/7. Call Healing Hearts and Families locally at this number, 308-872-5988, or 800-942-4040. Let me give you those numbers again. 308-872-5988 or 800-942-4040. If you have any questions about these situations out there that they can help you with. And again, today's gift card is through Healing Hearts and Families in Broken Bow. We thank them for being part of the Love Local promotion, which fits this very nicely. Okay. I'm sorry I said something about your hooded sweatshirt there. It looks
well,
fine.
you complimented me on it.
I did.
And you're apologizing for that? You want to take it back? You actually complimented me on my dress for once, which you rarely ever do. And now you're going to take it back.
I don't think you caught the whole line of thinking there. I went on to say that it looked like it reminded me of working in a coal mine in 1976.
Oh, well, yeah, you did say that, didn't you? Yeah.
And see, that was cruel, and I shouldn't have said that. And then after reading this with Healing Hearts about being nice to one another, then I should be scolded. So scold me if you like. Oh, just about out of time.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, we're going to give a $25 gift card away.
Okay.
We're taking the third caller at 872-2801. Third caller at 872-2801.